surprise in Arizona. Hope you're having a super fantastic sparkling day. It's starting to sound a little echoey in here. Let's see, check the progress behind us. Want to check the progress? Let's see, we're doing podcast number 2000. Welcome to Porch Light Letters podcast number 2281. The things we find along the way. See all those boxes there? They were full of files and stuff, and they're now all completely empty because one of the exciting things we had happen today is we had the shred truck come by, and it was awesome. He basically put the barrel in the bin in the doorway, emptied those boxes into the barrel. Then when the barrel was full, he'd take it out to the truck. It would suck it up inside, and then you'd hear all the shredding going on inside there, and then it'd bring the barrel back, and it went very well and very quickly. So that was one task out of the way. This morning I had an Urban guitar, one that Keith Urban designed, and it's signed on the back of it. And so I put it on the market today, and within 2 minutes, I had somebody reach out to me through Facebook about the thing because it appeared on one of the yard sale sites that I'm on. And they reached out to me going, "Oh, I'm interested in this, but I can't message you. Can you message me?" And that sort of sent up a red flag, like, is this really somebody who is interested, or is this one of these scamming things? So I was already on high alert because of that. So I contacted them, and they said they'd like to come. I said, "What time do you want to come over?" And they said that they wanted to prepay before they come over. I said, "Nope." I said, "We only take cash." I said, "You have to show up here with cash in order to purchase the guitar. We do not do any electronic payments whatsoever." And then they started off with the thing, because as soon as they said they wanted to prepay, that was my second red flag. This was a scammer. This is what they do. They some of them will actually reach out to you through the method through the platforms that you're using. But then as soon as they turn around and they say, "Oh, we want to prepay so we can come and pick it up later," that is a huge red flag. Typically, they want you to do a Zelle thing where they need your email address and stuff. No, absolutely not. Zero. So whenever they said they want to do Zelle, we go, "We don't do Zelle, we do Venmo." And we'll give them the username to do that with. And then they come back, "Oh, but we need an email address." Yeah, no, Venmo does not need any email addresses for transactions. So as soon as she turned around and said, "I'd like to prepay for it and then come and pick it up later," and I'm like, "No." I said, "Unfortunately, we only take cash." And so she turns around and says, "Oh, but with my business records, I have to," and I'm like, this is such BS. I'm like, people, really? I've been dealing with this on a daily basis. At least once a day, I have one of these scammers contact me about something that we've either just posted or was posted the day before. And they want to Zelle us the money. And it's like, absolutely not. So I'm telling them, "No, we're taking cash." And, "Oh, but we need to do this for our business records, blah, 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 blah." And I'm like, business records can record cash transactions. Guess what? Yes, they can. And so I sent it back and says, "No." I said, "We only take cash. When you show up here to pick up the item, it's a cash payment." I said, "We've had too many issues with scammers contacting us multiple times a day using the techniques that you are using." And I sent the message and blocked the person. So yeah, I don't know if she responded or not, but she was blocked. So that was my first encounter today. Then this other lady contacted me, and she was interested in the guitar for her uncle for Christmas. She didn't tell me that at the time. I found out later on when her son showed up. She said she was sending her son over, that's another red flag with these scammers. They always say, "Oh, we're going to send somebody else over to pick it up," and I'm like, this was the first time we ran into it, and I said, "Well, they have the cash to pay for it." "No, we want to pay for it in advance." And that was my first encounter with a scammer on this thing. And so when she said that she was sending her son over, he'll be over about midday to pick it up, I was like, "Will he have the cash on him to pay for the guitar?" She said, "Yes, he will have." So I said, "That is fine." And here's the address, because it was like 11 o'clock at that time, or 10:30. And I said, "Here's the address. What is his name and what vehicle will he be driving?" And so she told me his name and the one or two vehicles, and she said, "He'll be driving this one or this one." They were both white. They were both cars. I can tell the difference. But he showed up here, and that's when I found out it was that it was a surprise for an uncle for Christmas. So I thought that was really cool. That was really cool. But the kid was so funny. He turns around and says, "I've never known Mum to start Christmas shopping this early." I said, "Well, she knows a deal when she sees one." I basically spent the morning because I had the boxes against the wall over there that needed to be shredded, but then I also had boxes sitting over here that needed to be shredded as well because I had to move them so I could get to the outlet to unplug the scanner to take it to the next door neighbors who had purchased it. Yeah, and I totally forgot that there was boxes over here. So I got all those boxes done and I'm like, oh yeah, yes, we're finished well in advance because they said they'll be here between 1 and 3 and it was like 12. And so I had them lined up on the wall over there. And then I thought, oh, what are these boxes? Are these boxes empty? Open them up and then more files. I'm like, oh no. And so it was basically I was going through the boxes to make sure that everything I was taking out anything like, because with any of the investments and stuff, they send so many perspectives, the little booklets and stuff. And they're so annoying. So they're all in the recycle bin because they didn't need to be shredded. It saved me like about 4 boxes taking all of those out. Some of the stuff that I was finding, where did you come from? And now you've disappeared on me. There was a little thing flying around here. Now he's just suddenly just vanished. He turned on a side and vanished. And so took out all of those. I was doing the last box, what I thought was the last box when the guy showed up. And so he started, like I said, he brought a barrel to the door and he would empty the boxes into the barrel and then he'd take the barrel out to the truck when it was full. And so I have no idea what you are, but I don't like bugs in my house. Go fly somewhere else. And then I realized that there's a plastic container sitting here on the table that also had stuff to be sorted things. So I was adding stuff to the pile as we were going. But I still came in under the quoted amount, which meant that I got it at a lesser price than what had been quoted. But one thing I did discover when I got rid of all the boxes off the wall is I looked towards where I've got the 2 table extensions for the table sitting, and down below is these rectangular packages of a certain size. And I know of only 2 things that I have in this house that are of that size that would be wrapped like that. And I was sort of like, you've got to be kidding me, because those were supposed to go into the moving box and they were hidden and I had totally forgotten about it until I saw them. Like, oh no. But what they are is they are framed. There's 2 framed cells. So just the one thing, and they're like the cells are about this big. There's 2 framed cells from Star Trek. One's got the Enterprise on. I think they both got the Enterprise on them. Pretty sure they both got the Enterprise on them. And I'm sort of like, those were supposed to go to New Zealand with me. Yeah, so now I've got to make the decision what to do with them. But they were something that Brad had, and they were just in these silver frames, a cream matte, and then there's the 2 cells from Star Trek. I'm not sure if they were from a movie or from one of the TV shows. Somebody may be able to tell me. I don't know. But I was sort of like, now I've got to decide what to do with them. So I also found my grandfather's family tree that he had done for his side of the fence. So my mum's dad, I found the family tree that he had done. When I was going through the files and everything, I'm sort of like, because one box said genealogy, I'm like, that's not getting shredded. So I was going through it to see what could be shredded and what couldn't. And there was quite a bit of stuff in there that didn't get shredded. So it's piled up now. And I'm like, yeah, we might have to do mail some envelopes down to New Zealand or put a box together and ship it down. I don't know, but it's got to be decided. Oh, I don't have any envelopes left. They went in the office supplies the other day. Damn it. Got plenty of boxes though. So yeah, I've got to figure out what I'm going to do with all of that. Because there's no way I'm going to get all this stuff in my suitcase. Absolutely not. I've got 4 suitcases and yeah, they're not going to fit all that. And then I had if you have seen what is on my Facebook page with the printer, this is the Possess printer sitting down here next to me. That just started going nuts this afternoon. Like I was like walking down the hallway and I'm like, what on earth is that noise? And I'm like, where's it coming? And so I followed the noise into here and right over to the printer. The printer is not plugged in. It has not been plugged in for at least 6 years. Actually, no, Brad's been gone 8. So yeah, about 6 or 7 years, because it's 6 years since we moved into the RV. So about 6, 7 years, it has not been plugged in for that length of time. It has been sitting in the hall closet the whole time we've been in the house here. And so it's sitting out here on top of the milk crate. And it was just making these noises. And I'm like, what the heck? So I whacked it on the side and it started making more noises. So I whipped out my phone to record it. And then when I knocked on top of it, the noises stopped. and they haven't gone again since. So I'm kind of curious, if I whack the side of it, will they start up again? And then if I knock, will they stop again? But it was very interesting to have a possessed printer. No idea why it was doing it. Like I said, it hasn't been plugged in for at least 7 years, maybe longer. Trying to think. Brad had that one in his office. Yeah, Brad had that one in his office. So, yeah, would have been about, let's see, he's been gone 8. I stayed in the house another year, so that's 7. So, yeah, about 6, 7 years since it was last used and plugged in with electricity. But yeah, it was just the weirdest noise. But hey, it gave me a really cool video to post today. I mean, I wasn't scared of it. I was thinking, oh, maybe I should open it and have a look. And I was like, no, what if there's an intruder inside? One of those little 4-legged, but the noise it was making was not, I don't think, would have been made by any rodents of any type, any creatures of any type. So, but it hasn't made a noise since. So there you go. So that's been our day today. Tomorrow is getting the charity people in here to take out any furniture that's not sold. I've had people interested in the furniture, so I've texted them today to say, hey, are you still interested in the furniture? Because it needs to be gone tomorrow. And I'm going to contact the woman about the car and see if she's still interested in that. See if she's still interested in the table and the air fryer and whatever else is on the list that I have written up for her, because she had several things written on the list that she wanted. So I'm going to see if she's still interested in that and if she can get somebody over here tomorrow to take all the stuff away. And if not, then it'll be going to charity. So kind of bummed about that. So, because it's good quality furniture and it lasts, and I've got it at dirt cheap price, what I think is dirt cheap prices anyway. But yeah, so if you have people in the Phoenix area, especially in West Valley, who need a 6-foot table, 6-foot by 4-foot table that will expand to 10 feet by 4 feet for whatever, pong ball, family dinners, puzzle night, game night, whatever. We have one available. I've got the price down to $70 for the table, the 2 extensions, and the 8 chairs. 4 chairs go with the table, and then you've got the 4 chairs that look like this. You've got the vinyl base and the fabric backs, and are very comfortable. I'm sitting on one right now. And these vinyl seats are great when you've got grandkids, because if they drop anything on the seats, it's just wipe it off, spray and wipe, or just wipe it off with a damp cloth. So we've got those. We also have the 2 couches. In fact, I'm going to go make up my bed on the couch and take a photograph of it, because I will tell you this, I have slept on that couch since Friday last week. I've been sleeping on that couch every night, and it is really comfortable. It is super comfortable. And I've actually been quite impressed that I've got no sore backs, no neck stiffness, no sore backs from it. I did have to go and splurge and buy a $10 pillow from Target, because I was using my travel pillow for the first couple of nights, but because it's so hard and so firm, it's much better when I put my travel pillow here and lean it against the bulkhead, that I get the best benefit out of it. But laying on it like as a regular pillow, it wasn't working. It was actually bruising the air shell. So I went and bought a $10 pillow from Target. I already had the pillowcases, because I've got pillowcases ready to go down to New Zealand with me for my pillow down there. That's waiting patiently for me on the bed. So I've got the pillowcases for that. And yeah. And ever since I got that new pillow, I've been basically sleeping through the night, which is awesome. I might get up once during the night, but basically it's sleeping through the night, which is even better. It's the best thing out there. So if you want somebody who wants a really comfortable couch, I got a 3-seater and a 2-seater. It's a set. It's going for, I don't know, $50 for the set. I'm just like chopping prices like crazy right now. I've got an 18-inch doll that comes with a trunk that's taller than her, and has all of her clothes in there, all of her shoes, all her little bits and pieces. And I've had that at $35 the whole time through. I actually had it at $60 one time, and then down to $45. Now it's down to $35 for the doll with the trunk of clothes. She's really cute too. And she is a special doll. It's just that she helped me through a tough time. There was some counseling I was doing, and it was recommended that I get a doll. And So I did that, and I didn't have my doll that I'd been given when I was like 4. I still have that doll. That doll's now in a box on the way to New Zealand. But this one was just with me for a short period of time when I was in therapy and stuff, and helped me get through therapy. And she would just sit up on the shelf with the other dolls, and that was it. But it's kind of come time to part ways with her. And so if you know of somebody who's looking for a gift for a little girl or a little boy, depending on what they want to play with, just let me know, because we've got that going for currently for $35, and it comes with a trunk full of. If you go to my listings on Facebook Marketplace, you'll see everything there that's still left to sell, and the prices there are open for negotiation. Let's just say that. I'm not putting fixed prices on anything. I'm just open for negotiation. So, but anyway, that's my spiel. Oh, you need some reflection questions. That's right. We'd have reflection questions. I'm very thirsty today. Okay, question 1. What unexpected discoveries have appeared in my life during times of transition? Ooh, that's a good question. Number 2, what treasures do I carry that I may have forgotten? Number 3, how do I respond when something strange or surprising shows up in the middle of a serious task? And number 4, what am I learning from the process of sorting and letting go? There are some things that are very easy to let go, and other things that will take time to let go. And there are some things where it has come time to let things go, like with Zeffie's blankets and toys. I wasn't ready to let them go, but it was time to let them go. I have a couple of her toys that are traveling with me, and I have part of her bedding with me as well. Some of it's already on the way in a box, is already in transit to New Zealand. So yeah, so I'm taking something of Zeffie's with me. And the other day I nabbed her harness because I just, it was sitting on the chairs over here where it normally sat. And for some reason, somebody picked it up and came in the office. Oh, Charlotte picked it up and says, oh, what do you want to do with those? And I says, yeah. And I just got the movers were here. That's right. The movers were here. And they'd moved the chairs out of the way so they could get stuff through here out to the door. And they handed me the harnesses, and I just burst into tears. And I had to turn my back to them so that they couldn't see me in tears. But her main harness that she wore, that's kind of snuck its way into my luggage. The other one I was happy to let go. It went to a home where I went to a home with a dog that would fit it and fit it very well. But yeah, that one particular harness, yeah, that wasn't getting let go. I'm not ready, and it's not the time for it to be let go. You know, maybe I'll clean it up and the next dog will get to wear it. I don't know. Haven't decided yet. Maybe I'll donate it when I get down to New Zealand. Who knows? But anyway, with that, I'm out of here. I've done enough talking. I've got to go figure out what I'm doing for dinner. And I'm going to go and start laying stuff out in the master bedroom so that I can start seeing what's out there and what I can realistically take with me, and what I'm either going to have to let go or find a way to get it down to New Zealand. Yeah, some stuff is hard to let go. It's like, oh, but I need that. And some records are hard to, like the copies of my grandfather's family tree stuff. That is definitely coming to New Zealand with me. That I cannot throw away because it's not replaceable. It's all his notes. It's his research and stuff. So, but anyway, please, lots of prayers that we get through tomorrow and that we can get the house empty tomorrow. The cleaning has kind of been done. Mainly has started. The cleaning process has started. Tomorrow, it's getting rid of everything else that's in the house, getting the charities to come in and pick it up, and see where we go from there. And I'll definitely have the junk guys come along to get all the trash. I think I'll get the junk guys for the trash, and get a charity to come pick up the rest of the stuff. Maybe I could see if there's a consignment store. We'll see. Anyway, I'm out of here. If you want to check out what my listings are, they're under my name in Facebook Marketplace if you're there. The other place is on OfferUp, and the third place is on Nextdoor under, but you have to be close to my neighborhood to be able to see them, because I've only got them visible to my neighborhood plus surrounding neighborhoods. So anyway, I'm out of here. Go out, have a super fantastic sparkling evening, and we'll catch you guys back here tomorrow evening. From where? I don't know. It won't be from the house because the couches will be gone by then. So I got to go find a hotel now for tomorrow night. But then join us on Friday morning. We'll be doing the final walk through the house, and like I did in Solana Beach, have all the lights on everywhere and just walk through the house, turning lights off as we go, showing you the house when it's empty, and declaring our time here in Surprise, Arizona complete.